Rokblokz. Today up on the lift we have a Chevy ZR2. We've revamped our kit to make installation even better, so let's go ahead and show you that install. These are the tools that you'll need for the install. You'll need a level, you'll need a 4mm Allen head, you'll need a 10mm socket, you'll also need a T15 Torx to remove the OEM screws. So here we have your fronts laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your front flaps, you'll get your front mount plates, you'll get your front mount tabs, and then you'll get your hardware. We'll go ahead and put a breakdown of the hardware on the screen right now. Before we head over to the truck to install them, we're going to pre-assemble them like we have on this flap here. We'll go ahead and show you on this one. How we're going to do it is we're going to take our mount plate, we're going to place it in alignment with the slot here. We're going to take this and put it through the front side and coming out on the show side with the logo and the etching. So we'll go ahead and push that through. It's pretty snug, so if you want, you can always just work it one at a time and just push that through. And we'll click it through that one, and now we'll click it through the second one here just by pulling it through, and that will help align that. Now we're going to take two of our 20mm countersunks. We'll place it through the circle holes and put a washer and a lock nut on the back side. Repeat that for this other hole. Go ahead, snug those up right now, and then you're good. That's how you pre-assemble your flap. Now let's go ahead and head over to the car for install. Now that we're at the front of the vehicle, what we're going to start with is by removing the two OEM screws right here and right here. We're going to take our Z brackets included in the kit and mount them reusing the OEM hardware. So let's go ahead and throw those brackets on. Comes with two sizes of our Z brackets. The small Z bracket will be for the bottom and will mount downward like so. It will mount downward and then step backwards towards the rear of the vehicle. The large one will be for the upper hole here, placing our screws through the small mounting holes, and now we'll secure them in place. Those just a little bit loose for some wiggle room so that we can fit up the flap and make a few adjustments. Now that we've got our brackets in place, we're going to take our pre-assembled flap, and the bracket is going to sit in between the mount plate and the flap. So we're going to slide that over the arm on the Z bracket. We'll take our M6 countersunk with dress washer and we will feed that in to our bottom hole, going through the bracket and coming out the other side. Then we'll take our small washer and lock nut and go ahead and get that started. There you go. Now we're going to take it and we're going to open it and slide it so that the bracket also sits between the mount plate and your flap, so it kind of sandwiches it like so. We'll take our remaining M6 countersunk, put it through that hole, take our washer and our lock nut, now with that on and like so, we will get it into place, and then we'll fully secure all the hardware. Now we'll hold it in place and fully secure the OEM hardware holding our brackets. Getting it just snug, ensuring that we don't strip out the OEM inserts. Now with that fully secured, you can repeat those same steps on the other side. Let's go ahead, jump to the rear install. Here we have your rear laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your rear flaps, you'll get your rear mount plates, you'll get your rear hardware. We'll go ahead and put the breakdown of the hardware on the screen right now. Here we have your rear mount plates. They come pre-installed with T-nuts, and these will install into the rear fender. They will go between the metal fender and your fender extension or over fender. They'll slide in between those, and that will hide this portion here and this portion here. They will mount with OEM screws at these 2 points. So let's go ahead and jump into that install. Now that we're at the rear of the vehicle, what we're going to do is remove the 3 OEM screws here, here, and here. Those are going to help us mount our mount plate here, and then we're going to reuse this one to mount our flap. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way. Now we're going to take our mount plate, and with the side where the T-nuts are coming out of it, we're going to face that towards the front of the car, and we're going to tuck it between the metal fender and the plastic over fender. We're going to get it in there and align it so that these align with the OEM mount holes there, and now we'll secure that in place reusing those OEM screws. Adjust it in place. We'll snug these up, but leave it just loose enough that we can manipulate it, and we'll do our final tightening later. And then that way it will make it much easier for us to get our flap aligned with these 3 mount holes and the remaining mount hole on the body. So that's just barely snug. Now we're going to start with our 25mm button head with washer. Going to place that through our inner mounting hole here, placing the 10mm spacer on the back side, and that's going to align with the bottom hole in the mount plate right there. With that in place, we can now go ahead and grab our 16mm button heads with 5mm spacers and align the remaining 2 holes in the mount plate. With those in place, you can use your flap to help pull your mount bracket into place and align it with the last mounting hole here. So let's go ahead, grab that OEM screw and get it started. And now with that in place, we can go ahead and adjust our flap to our liking, in and out, set the angle, make sure it's where we want it to. We can check with a level. Now we'll take our Torx and tighten the OEM screw. And we'll take our 4mm Allen key and tighten the rest. With the flap mounted in place, now we can take our Torx again and fully secure our mount plate. With our mount plate fully secured, that completes the install. You can repeat those same steps on the other side. Thanks for watching.